The Baki characters are absolutely massive and they would do amazing in bodybuilding as we've seen, and we have been on a journey, everyone. We have been on an epic journey to find who has the best physique in all of Baki. And this tier list right here is the ultimate guide to Baki physiques in terms of bodybuilding. And today we're looking at 3 characters: Gaia, Garland, and the one and only Yujiro Hanma. Alright, so strap up and get ready because this is gonna be a good one. So first of all, let's recap who we have so far on this tier list. At the Mr. Olympia level, this is the top of the top. The best bodybuilders of all time are the Mr. Olympias, and we have 3 from the Baki universe so far. That's Kaku Kayu, Mr. Oliva, and Yujiro, who is Baki's grandfather, Yujiro's father, which makes sense because all of the Hanmas have incredible physiques. And as you can see, just below that in the pro bodybuilding division, which means that they're absolutely massive, they're ripped, they have really good symmetry, they're really amazing, just maybe not quite to the Olympia tier. We have Baki and we have Jack. So we have a couple of Hanmas in there already. And today we're gonna be analyzing Yujiro, which is gonna be really exciting. So along with Baki and Jack, we have other characters like Doyle, Retsu, and Pickle. These guys are all absolutely massive. Now going down from there, we have the amateur bodybuilders. These are people that either have really great physiques, maybe they're lacking in symmetry or proportions or something like that, or we just didn't have enough physique shots of them. So that would be people like Ali Jr., Hanayama, Spec, Sukune, those sorts of characters. All really great physiques, just need a little bit more shots, or maybe like in Sukune's case, in my opinion, could be one of the top bodybuilders on this entire list if he could just work on his conditioning a bit. Then from there, we have the athletic category. These are the people that are in really good shape, but maybe not quite to the level of bodybuilders in terms of muscle mass. And then we have fit and as you can see, almost every single Baki character could at least be athletic, if not a bodybuilder themselves. And this is really unique for this universe because we're not gonna see that in a lot of other universes that we look at. So without further ado, let's jump into looking at our first character, Gaia. So this guy comes in at 5'3", 132 pounds. So Gaia's a little bit on the shorter end, being 5'3", and he's 132 pounds, which I think is actually a little bit small for that, given how he looks right here. He's super muscular. I would put him at least probably 150, 160, somewhere around there. At 5'3", I think that sounds about right. He might be maybe a little lower than that, but just depends. And we'd have to get some good shots of his legs too. But as you can see, he's absolutely ripped right here. I mean, he's got muscles for days. He's got a really good chest right there, really good buys, really good tries kind of popping out right there behind. We've got really good delts, a pretty good V-taper. You know, he could probably work on widening out just a bit in terms of bodybuilding. And of course, he's got really good forearms, just like all Baki characters have. So overall, he's in really good shape, but I don't think he's quite to the level of a pro bodybuilder. So I'm gonna go ahead and place him in the amateur bodybuilding division. He could definitely compete. And I think he's got a little bit more muscle mass than someone that would be in the athletic division. Now keep in mind, some of these characters down here in the athletic division, like especially like Kayu, could probably be an amateur bodybuilder. We just need more shots of them to really determine that. All right, so up next, we're taking a look at Garland. This guy comes in at a massive 6'8" and 372 pounds. He would be one of the biggest bodybuilders ever at that size. Not only is he extremely tall, especially for a bodybuilder, because most bodybuilders are actually under 6 foot. You'll get a couple like Arnold or Chris Bumstead that are 6 foot or over. So he would look absolutely massive on stage, and especially at 372 pounds, that is like crazy big for a bodybuilding stage. And as we can see, it's not 372 pounds of fat, it's 372 pounds of muscle. Look at this guy right here. Man, this chest really pops, his traps. He's even got that muscle right there. What is it called? It's called like the sternocleidomastoid muscle or something like that. It's the neck muscle. It's just incredible right there. And the delts are really popping. I mean, and on top of this, he's got a really good shape to his physique. He's got a really slim and narrow waist. He's got wide lats. I really didn't think his physique was gonna be this good until just looking at him right now, but this is very surprising. He's got a great physique. So I'd need a few more really good physique shots to determine where exactly he would be in bodybuilding, but from what we can see, I'm really impressed. I'm gonna place him in the pro bodybuilder division. I think he's got a great physique. All right, so now the moment you've all been waiting for. The last character in our Baki bodybuilding tier list, the one and only Yujiro Hanma. In fact, I'm so pumped up about analyzing Yujiro that I actually need to get a pump. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I mean, I gotta like work out before we do Yujiro Hanma. I can't come in and be cold, you know? We just gotta do some curls real quick. Okay, I think we're ready. Okay, here we go. This is it. the final character on our tier list, Yujiro Hanma. Let's take a look. Here's his stats. He's only 37 years old. Holy crap, I thought he was gonna be like mid 40s at least. All right, so he comes in at 6'3", 265 pounds, according to Fandom. So that would be really big on stage. And actually, a lot of times when I'm looking at these measurements, I think their weight is off or their height or something like that. But given this height and given how he looks on the show and everything, I would actually say this is pretty accurate. Some of the shots he looks absolutely massive, and we'll see some of those in just a second. But for most of the shots that we see of him, 265 sounds about right, because he is really ripped, but he's not like overly muscular in most of the shots, at least. So right off the bat, I'll just get it out of the way. This is the shot I'm talking about where he just looks absolutely massive. He looks like he would be probably 300 plus there at 6'3". This would just be incredible, this physique right here. But when I'm thinking 265 pounds at 6'3", I think something like this, where he looks a little bit more lean, but he's still absolutely ripped and really muscular. Now, Yujiro has a damn near perfect physique, even in terms of bodybuilding. And because of his small and narrow waist, I would almost even put him in the classic physique division. I mean, he could definitely be in the open bodybuilding division as well, especially because of these quads. These are like big Rami quads. Have you seen Big Rami's quads? This is exactly what they look like. But Big Rami's waist does not look like this. Big Rami's waist is a bit wider. So it'd be really interesting to see Yujiro in both the classic physique and the open bodybuilding divisions. So his physique is phenomenal. There's not a whole lot of bad that we could say about it. He's symmetrical. He's got really good proportions. I mean, in some of the shots, like his forearms are a little bit off or his arms are a little bit off, if I'm gonna be just a little bit picky. Or maybe you could say that his quads are actually just a bit too big. But that's just being picky. I mean, this guy has an incredible physique. So, I mean, no matter what shot we're looking at with Yujiro, he is absolutely ripped. He's got those proportions, he's got the symmetry, he's got the muscle mass, he's got the conditioning. I mean, even in this chill shot right here where he's like leaning up against the wall, look at the chest striations just like that. I mean, and look at the separation in the muscles. This guy has an incredible physique and would do really, really well in bodybuilding. And for that reason, I'm gonna put Yujiro not just in the amateur bodybuilding division, not just in the pro, but all the way up there right beside his father in the Mr. Olympia division. Now, what would be really interesting to see is these four characters go at it in a bodybuilding competition. If you would like to see that, let me know in the comments down below, because honestly, just looking at them like this, I don't know who would win. This would be a really close match. So there you have it. This is the ultimate Baki bodybuilding tier list. We've analyzed all the major characters' physiques and ranked them from all the way up to Mr. Olympia. I would love to know what you think about how I rank these characters. Let me know in the comments down below. I'll probably actually do a full recap video starting from scratch and going over all the characters in one single video, just in case you missed one of them. So be on the lookout for that. And of course, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave 3 bicep emojis in the comments down below to let me know that you did. Thanks again so much for watching this Baki bodybuilding series. What series should I do next? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will catch you in the next video.